Good evening, everyone. Willie Unlynched here. Mind the lighting. It's dark out. I wanted to talk about the lies and the distractions that are just like flying all over the place, and how important it is for you to not be distracted by the lies and the distractions. Your future hinges on you paying attention and being aware. If you know what time the thief is coming, then he shouldn't be able to rob you, because you should have prepared for the thief. So let's start with the most obvious lie, and that is that the Chinese economy is collapsing. Whatever the Chinese economy is going through, I don't think anyone would dispute the fact that the Chinese are rich. So if I think back to a time where money mattered in a catastrophe, it takes me back to Katrina. During Hurricane Katrina, it wasn't no rich people at the Superdome. It was full of poor people who could not afford to do anything but sit at the Superdome and wait for help. All the rich people had gotten out after the storm, come back and began to guard, as they say, their properties from those poor people who had been sitting at the Superdome for like 3 days. So I said that to say that if the Chinese going through anything, we all know they balling, okay? They can afford to go through anything, okay? We know our condition. So every time we have a calamity, we might want to question, how well are the people doing? We don't know, because we didn't go check on them. You know what I mean? We just assume that the news is telling us the truth. Oh, everything's okay. FEMA came in, swooped in, and helped everyone. We might want to, do our due diligence and begin to question their facts, because a lot of times what I've learned is their facts aren't the facts. This whole Planned Parenthood thing. Turns out these people have been profiting from turmoil in people's lives. Young women and rape victims and whatnot come in there and have abortions, and it turns out that the procedure that they're under the impression that they're receiving, a lot of times they aren't receiving. They're actually delivering intact babies who are then sold on the open market. Now, it's these types of things that should cause us to question the stories that we keep getting. It's us watching a video of a police officer shooting a kid and then telling us we didn't see what we seen. It's us watching a video of protest across Baltimore, never knowing if that is really even the truth, if what we're seeing is the whole story. What if that's a pocket of problems? I say that because I remember not too long ago, there was a situation in the Ukraine, and I watched this situation all unfold. And basically what it was a group of people funded by NGOs, non-governmental organizations. The United States had spent $5 billion to overthrow the elected government. But today, that's not the story. Today, you would think Russia and all these other people were the bad guys, and they went in there and instigated all this trouble, and that's not true. But because we've gotten so far from doing our due diligence, we are led to believe anything. So I'm telling you, whether I say it or your mama say it or whatever, make sure you take your time and do your due diligence. I love you, and I'm just going to keep doing videos. I got a lot to say, and I'm going to keep bringing out. And make sure you buy silver, by the way. Tomorrow I'll be explaining to you why you should buy silver, how important silver is. And then I'll start getting into the geopolitics of things. God bless you. I love you all. See you tomorrow.